it's time of dish with D. That's me. Today I have nothing scheduled. Nobody wants me to talk about anything, so they're leaving it up to me, which... Somebody's, look at that red mark on my mask. Yeah. I'm a little more congested this morning than I was yesterday, but I'm still way better than I was Monday and Tuesday. So, let's get this party started, shall we? Alrighty. Gotta think of something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. And I'm late for work again today. Yeah, let's talk about that. Getting out of the house. The dog. I always blame the dog because he's part of my problem. I have to walk him on a leash, so yeah. I'm still hung up with not getting. I was thinking about support system. This is one of my favorite topics. It's not even the people you go to your meetings with, it's the people you live with, it's the people you work with, it's the people you hang with. It's hard enough, I think, being on a journey like this when you don't have people that support you. And it's not that they have to support you by eating the same food you eat. It's kind of like supporting you by just not making what you're doing a big deal. Like, don't say, oh, we have to go to this restaurant because she's on Weight Watchers. Or we can't have that because she's on Weight Watchers. Yeah, that's kind of like making me like I can't eat something. And as we know in WW, nothing is off limits. I mean, granted, you don't want to have anything greasy and mayonnaise based. But sometimes that's all that's there. So you have to, like, again, make the best choice you can. Is it always going to be a fantastic choice? No. I always say try to make a better choice than you would have made off plan. Like if I was at a party and they had like hot roast beef, hot roast pork, hoagies, pizzas, and stuff like that. What I've done a lot of times when I've been a place with hoagies, I take the meat out of the bread because if I'm trying to save points, lunch meat isn't too trying. I'll choose like a salami or, you know, like a turkey hoagie I would normally go for, even a ham hoagie. And I try to pull the cheese off because girl don't like her cheese. Not that I don't like cheese, I just don't think it adds enough to count those extravagant points for it. So I do that, and I would have the roast beef and maybe the roast pork, but not on a roll if I'm trying to save points. I try to stick to proteins and vegetables if I'm out. Like I love to have when they serve a nice big salad at a party, and I would put my roast beef and my roast pork right on the salad. It's really good, you know. So it's like I'm still eating. I'm just not, you know. I'm trying to cut back. I never eat pasta out because most times it's baked and there's a crap ton of cheese. So yeah, I always avoid the baked pastas. That's a big thing, baked pasta. And I get it because it makes a lot. It's cheap and it feeds an army. So I get why people have it, but I hate to say this and not sound terrible, but I'm a pasta snob. You know, I grew up with really good pasta, so I know what good pasta tastes like, and I know what to waste my points on, and that wouldn't be it. No. And my own pasta, yeah. Girls all there, and a bag of chips. Also, sometimes they'll have a vegetable. Some places will have a vegetable. If you're at a catered party, 9 times out of 10, a good caterer will always have a vegetable. I always avoid the potatoes, just because. I mean, if I'm desperate, I'd have a roll before I'd have a potato, because the roll's not usually cooked in oil. I can control if I put, but I don't always put butter on it, and sometimes I just put a little bit. So yeah, sometimes a roll is a safe bet. If they have those small little catering rolls, yeah, you're not killing too many points with that. But hopefully there's like a chicken piccata or chicken marsala, something that has breading on it. That's usually baked, it's never usually fried. So I don't ever have chicken parmesan. I'm another chicken parmesan snob. I do not like chicken parmesan. We grew up with it, we had it every day. Not every day, every week at least. And it doesn't move me. You know, when I make my chicken, my kids are upset because they love chicken parmesan. But mom doesn't make it because it's a triple processed dinner. I'm not gonna bread, fry, and bake. So what I just do now is I bake it in the oven in my convection setting. Comes out pretty gosh darn good. And then I cover it with some fresh marinara and a little bit of cheese. A little bit for me and a lot for them. So, but yeah, most of your chicken parms, are greasy and fried. So I do not eat that. And another thing I don't eat. Meatballs, again, I'm a meatball snob. Yes, I am Denise, I am a meatball snob. I do not eat meatballs out. Very rare to eat meatballs out. Unless somebody told me how good they were, I will not even try them. Because most times they're frozen and they taste like a sponge. Yeah, not good. Not wasting my... It's so good to waste my points on, and that's what you have to decide. What foods are point worthy? I've spit out foods. Absolutely. That were horrible. I'm not swallowing that and counting it. Are you kidding me? I was at a wedding or something, and there was cupcakes. They looked really good, but you bit into this cupcake, it was horrific. I spit it out. I'm like, I wanted a cupcake, and I'm not wasting points on something that was that bad. Tasteless and dry. And how it didn't look tasteless and dry. I guess maybe it was whole. I don't know. But yeah, no. Not doing it. I am. If it goes down this throat, it's going to be point worthy. And other good tips at restaurants, or actually in parties, it's just mayonnaise-based salads are never a good thing. Sometimes you get a nice pasta salad. Most of it's in olive oil and vinegar. I will take that over a mayonnaise-based salad. Unless the mayonnaise-based salad isn't that heavily dressed. I mean, sometimes it's a light mayonnaise. You can just see it's not real heavy because you know they're using full-fat mayo. It's cheaper. So yeah, it just depends on how much is on there. But most times I don't tend to eat it. I just tend to stick with it. And like a vegetable uses a carrot or a green bean. It's always green beans, almondine. Never any almonds, but that's what they're called. I usually always have those. Sometimes I'll make a bed of them and put my protein on top, so it's got all these string beans. And I spend a lot of time cutting when I'm out. I cut things into really small pieces. Even my salad, I'll sit there and just cut. First of all, it takes time. And number 2, it spreads the dressing. And number 3, by the time I'm done cutting, people are halfway done eating. So I'd be the last one done, so I don't have to stare at them eat, because that's always a problem. When you eat fast and you're there and you're still hungry and they're still eating and you see their food and they have all the good stuff that you didn't grab. And a lot of places are even having hot turkey, which is kind of nice. But you gotta watch your gravy on that kind of stuff. But again, if that's the worst thing you're going to eat, you've done well. I forgot why I started talking about this, but I don't remember. I guess it's just being in, I guess, having a environment of people. And they're all there. You have people in all walks of life. Like I said, you have your work people, your family people, your friend people. So you have to figure out, do you even tell them you're on this Weight Watchers? You don't have to. I mean, sometimes it's not obvious. Because, like I said, there's so many good choices out there. Just because you order the fish doesn't mean you're on a diet or a weight loss journey. You might just like fish. I can fish a lot of times when I'm out. It's just sometimes it's the easier option. It just is. And a lot of times, if I do that, I can save points for maybe a rice pilaf or a side of rice. I try to do the rice over the potatoes. I don't know why, but I just do. And I think because the potatoes are always cooked in some sort of oil. It's probably why. But I always try to, because if you just have fish, and you can get the double vegetables, I've done that many times, but it's not satiating as some rice and some starches. And if you're going to be sitting there a while with your friends, and you don't want to feel hungry, go for the rice. It's lesser of 2 evils. And it saves you from ordering dessert. So that's your choice. Do I want rice or do I want dessert? Sometimes it's dessert. Sometimes I want to order dessert for my entree. That'd be real nice. And some places, I split dessert a lot, So if I'm only having half, it's not as traumatic. Or even if I have a third, I don't always have to have half. But the husband thinks that I'm having half. I sometimes have a third. Of course, he's the one triple dipping his fork, so he should realize he's eating 2/3, but it's all good. I get enough. I really do. There's this Greek place we go to, and they have this, I can't even pronounce it. It's this phyllo layers with this custard. It's just outstanding. And when we go there, yes, I have that because it's good. If I could go the rest of my life with never having dessert, no. I always get fish. They make this best cream spinach. So yeah, go there. Girlfriend has her cream spinach and her go something. Does it go garigibo or go? I don't know, I can't pronounce it. It's just awesome. So yeah, the only thing that might affect me is if I indulge in the bread at the restaurant. Most places we've been to, the bread's just mediocre. It doesn't bother me. But we were at a place that the rolls were warm. Yes, I had 2 rolls. I did have fish and double veg. So yeah, I was able to fit those rolls in. They were good. And some places, you know, certain diners, they always give you like little cornbread or banana bread. Yeah, they get me all the time too. The regular bread doesn't. It's those little banana bread squares and those little cornbread squares. And you know what? I have one. It's like, you gonna sit there and say no to everything? No, I'm not gonna do that. I might say no one time I go, but we're talking on the whole. No. And to sit there and act like I am is not me. So I have to fit it in. Maybe I have to drink an extra gallon of water the next day, or cut back the next day. You do what you need to do to fit your journey. That's what I'm saying. And you gotta make sure you're with the right mindset and the right amount of the right people that kind of support you in your journey and kind of don't mock your journey or belittle your journey, because there's people out there that do that, and I do believe that they do that because they themselves really want to be on that journey, but for some reason they're not, and I can't figure out the reason that they're not, but I think that's the whole. And they envy you because you're making the choice and you're sticking with it and you're fighting through it, and part of them envies that because they wish they had that strength to do that. And I wish that they had that strength to do that, because I think everybody should be bettering themselves even a little bit. It doesn't have to be 100 pounds. My God, it doesn't have to be 100 pounds. If you lose 10, 15, use anything, you're in the betterment. You are. Your body will thank you. They say so many pounds lost is like so many things. I can't remember. There was a saying, and I don't remember it, and I'm not awake enough to remember it. But it's anything taking off is always better for you. Your body will thank you in the end, and your joints will thank you, because that's it. When there's pounds, but there's so many pounds that are on your joints. I'm thinking, wow, I wonder how many pounds is on my joints. I'm 107 pounds down. My poor joints were like, oh my God, she's too big. Save us. But find your comfort zone. Find your people that get your comfort zone. Hang with them. And the ones that don't, be there, because they're gonna eventually want to. They're gonna want to join you. They're gonna want to, you be there to help them. It might not be today or tomorrow. It might be next month, next year, or 10 years from now. But they'll get there. And you'll be there to support them, because that's the kind of people we are. We are supportive friends, and we are supportive coworkers. We're supportive family members. And when they're ready, because I wasn't ready, obviously. And then you'll get there, and then when you feel better, then you kiss the floor that you were able to do it. That's my coworker, and she's on with WW too. And you'll be thankful. You'll thank every day for it. So I'm going to end this vlog. I was a little bit scattered, but I hope you got the gist of it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you want to hit that notification bell, she uploads hopefully every day if she's feeling good. And she's going to be doing an unboxing today, so keep your eye out for that. And have a great day, have a great night, have a great weekend whenever you see this. Take care and have a fantastic, look at that nose. Oh.